Hi, welcome back to Panic Butter. This is Tony. Thanks for joining me. Hey, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Join me. That way, next time you'll be right back at the beginning with me. Today I got some great ones. What do you see when you go outside? You want to hold your breath? It's the fog. Check it out. Here it are. This appears to be the one time a mask may be beneficial, huh? What do you think? Oh yeah, it's happening everywhere. We got more. Here we go. Huh, pretty interesting. What does it look like where you are? Here we go.
Mysterious fog has been seen all over the United States at early hours of the morning, and people are getting concerned. Like in this video here, you can see there's all kinds of little particles floating around, and it doesn't act or smell like normal fog. People are concerned that it might be chemical fog. 40 states have reported seeing this fog, and here you can see it kind of looks a little bit more like normal fog. That's because it's being lit by the light in the sky. But when it's darker and you use a flashlight, then you can see it's little particles that are floating around. It doesn't usually come at night, but only in the early hours of the morning, like from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. And people are saying it's happened in cities where they've seen the drones flying around, and they're kind of concerned that it has something to do with it. But I think the thing that's concerning most people is the fact that it has a very distinct and weird smell, sort of like chemicals. Dense fog is one thing, but when they introduce a new smell, that raises reason for concern. But it's this video right here that I find the most frightening because those particles do not look normal to me. But what do you guys think, and have you seen any fog in your town?
Oh yeah, there's fog up in Washington, that's for sure. Here we go, more of it. Creepy. Looks like snow though, huh? Yeah, the bigger particles. Ooh. Hey, I wonder if you sweep it up, put it in a pile, and microwave it. What then? Oh yeah, it's all over the place. We're gonna keep going though. Here we go.
Have you noticed the strange fog sweeping across the world recently? It's not your average mist. Reports from Finland to the US describe dense, eerie fog accompanied by unexplained lights and, in some cases, strange disappearances. In Finland, witnesses reported glowing lights flickering within the fog, with some claiming a pulling sensation when entering the mist. In the US, this same phenomenon coincides with the uptick in UAP sightings, especially over New Jersey. Theories. Some say this fog is a cover, literally, hiding secret government experiments or UAP activity. What if this isn't just weather? Could it be advanced tech testing? Or even UAPs using the fog as camouflage? The timing is too strange to ignore. So, what's your theory? Natural phenomenon or something more sinister?
Ooh, it's deep. Give you a serious brain cramp, huh? Let's keep going. Yeah, nothing's been good in California lately, including the fog.
It's really strangely foggy in Southwest Florida. I want you to see what happens. This is not fog. Let me zoom out real quick. This is in Southwest Florida. It's not snowing here, folks. It's not raining at all. You can see, my feet are dry. There is no water on this pavement or grass. Okay? Dry. And it is basically snowing out here with this fog. This is not normal.
Yeah, that's something you want to stay inside if you see that outside. Yeah, don't venture out. Cover up if you do.
What in the world is going on?
Yeah, it's the project in full swing. Yeah, it's going on everywhere. But is it normal? Normal fog.
It's a project first dreamed up by the military to get information from the battlefield.
They call it smart dust, and the new technology may soon make it possible to keep track of anything, anywhere, including you.
Smart dust originated with DARPA back in the 90s. This powder-sized chip is something called the Mu chip from Hitachi. It's the smallest commercially available RFID system in the world. You can literally scatter this stuff like dust or embed it into a sheet of paper. It doesn't require a battery. Flecks of computing power settling on your skin, ingested, monitoring you inside and out.
The nanoparticles are designed to go under the radar of the immune system. And so they are undetected in the body.
We have computing everywhere. We have connectivity everywhere. We have infrastructure that can compute those with new capabilities like AI.
If you have enough data and you have enough computing power, you can understand people better than they understand themselves, and then you can manipulate them in ways which were previously impossible.
Transhumanism is a growing movement that aims to use technology to modify our bodies, sometimes in radical ways to make them stronger, faster, and better.
Yeah, gives you something to think about when you see those particles now, huh?
But in the future, every square inch of every city will be alive with intelligence. Because every street and every building will have a network of microcomputers built right into them. Dr. Chris Piester calls it smart dust.
A smart dust particle or mote is a wireless sensor with sensing, computation, communication, and power in one package.
These all-in-one microcomputers will be small, very small.
The size of a mote today is about the size of a grain of rice. And we've shown that we can make the circuitry small enough and light enough that eventually it will be possible to make things that are on a sub-millimeter size scale.
Tiny specks of computer smart dust will form a vast invisible network that can help manage the infrastructure of even the largest city.
Smart cities in the future will take this low power, inexpensive, small technology and basically distribute it everywhere.
But smart dust will also allow buildings and streets to recognize you and respond accordingly.
I think increasingly the environment will respond to who we are and adapt in consequence.
The city will know where you are if you want it to.
Your workplace will know you. Smart dust at the entrance will boot up your computer. And smart dust embedded in the elevator doors will automatically ring your floor.
In San Fernando.
Ooh, brain cramp setting in.
Ever thought dust could revolutionize our future? Think again. Imagine dust that can transform the world as we know it. Introducing smart dust. It's like magic, but it's real and it's here. These minuscule wireless sensors, known as MEMS, can detect light, temperature, vibration, and so much more. Envision sprinkling them around to gather data on virtually anything. From environmental monitoring to patient health checks, smart dust does it all. Imagine real-time updates on your city's air quality or doctors getting instant updates on a patient's condition. In industry, smart dust ensures machines run smoothly by detecting issues before they escalate. It's like having a tiny, invisible army of helpers everywhere. The possibilities are limitless thanks to these microscopic marvels. So next time you see a speck of dust, imagine the groundbreaking technology it could represent. Smart dust. Tiny sensors with the power to revolutionize our world. From agriculture to space exploration, smart dust is leading us into a smarter future. Picture a world where every speck of dust is a powerful tool for innovation. Smart dust, the future of technology, right at your fingertips.
Yeah, what can you say? Wow. There's more, though. You knew there was.
La noche del pasado 6 de diciembre, los pobladores de una zona rural en las inmediaciones de la capital de Japón, Tokio, tuvieron la oportunidad de grabar una enorme columna de luz color verde. Al realizar un acercamiento al extraordinario fenómeno, podemos observar que la poderosa fuente de energía se genera de algún objeto que está oculto entre las nubes, ya que ahí es donde se aprecia la mayor concentración de luz, por lo que no está siendo proyectada por alguna clase de reflector en la superficie. Su intensidad es tal, que se iluminan todas las nubes a su alrededor. Misterioso fenómeno que ya ha sido registrado recientemente en Europa. La noche del 27 de noviembre, múltiples testigos observaron otro intenso rayo de luz que provenía de las nubes en Bratislava, capital de Eslovaquia. En una de las grabaciones que se realizó muy cerca de la misteriosa columna de luz, se puede apreciar que se trata de un haz compuesto por rayos azules y verdes. El fenómeno es tan llamativo que numerosas personas tuvieron la posibilidad de captarlo desde diferentes partes de la ciudad. Y tan solo 7 noches antes, el 20 de noviembre, otro poderoso haz de luz color azul se observó en la ciudad de Solokov, al oeste de la República Checa. Al igual que los casos de Eslovaquia y Japón, se aprecia cómo la columna de energía se genera en el cielo. Incidente que no solo llamó la atención de los lugareños, sino de algunos miembros de la policía local, por lo que se trata de un genuino fenómeno anómalo. Ahora, otra columna de luz que parece provenir de un objeto oculto entre las nubes, fue registrado la noche del pasado 6 de diciembre a las afueras de Tokio, Japón. Posibles señales de las inteligencias de otros mundos, que hasta ahora no hemos podido descifrar. Con información para Tercer Milenio 360 Internacional.
Visita jaimemaussan.com y síguenos en todas nuestras redes sociales.
Yeah. Put your thoughts down. Even in Japan, the craziness is going on. It's everywhere. All you have to do is go out and look up. Oh yeah, it's definitely here. Is it there?
He was playing the Quran at night when this happens. A store owner's security camera captured a terrifying video in Yemen, Sana'a. The store owner was running his store at 2 a.m. while listening to the Quran when a creepy pale woman in a black robe enters his shop claiming to be an angel. She says not to be scared that she's an angel, but the store owner says she had feet that looked like horse hooves. Due to the quality of the footage, it's hard to make out all the details, but it's clear that the man was terrified at the sight of this person, or entity. He believes it may have been a jinn, and without the Quran playing, he may have been vulnerable to it. But let me know what you think.
Oh, threw you a curveball. You were expecting the fog. Here it is.
The following video was submitted by a man named Anthony out of Camarillo, California. He captured this around December 21st, 2024. He states that he had heard something above him, and when he looked up, all he saw was this line across the sky. Now, I have to state, I've seen this before. This was actually captured by a couple of witnesses in Mexico. But what's oddly similar is they heard the same thing. They heard the craft. And right when they looked up, all they saw was what seemed like the sky split in half and this long, dark streak from one end to the other, but they never saw the craft. And that's the interesting part about this. There's something that is super fast, that is streaking across our skies. We can't glimpse. The moment they hear it, it's gone. Take a look at this and tell me what you think.
Yeah, that's definitely strange. But there's more.
The following footage was captured by a passenger on a commercial airline. They were glancing outside when they noticed something weird, what appeared to be beings standing on top of the clouds. And it's more than one. But what is it? It couldn't possibly be humans out there. What did they capture? Take a look at this.
Can't even guess on that. Can you?
Yes, it's true that we have been in contact with your government and heads of power. It's also true that agreements have been made and kept secret from your people. It is also true that in the past, some of your people have lost their lives or have been badly hurt. To protect the secret, our hands had no part in this. We contacted your leaders because your planet is in grave trouble. Your leaders said the vast majority of your population wasn't ready for anything like us yet. So we made time agreements with your leaders as to when your people would be made aware of our presence.
The biggest takeaway for folks to understand is that things are happening, a scheduled dissemination. Certain things have to be set up before other things can be revealed.
Am I wrong to have sensed a little bit of urgency?
There is a sense of urgency because, people said, well, why now? Well, because it's not on our time scale, not on our timeline. It's not up to us. They're here, whether we want to acknowledge it or not. They're here.
Oh yeah, was he an alien? What do you think?
Over the course of the next 2 years, there will be certain things that will occur that will let you know that contact is about to happen. Not only in terms of an increase in sighting, but also in the way in which this may occur. There are several paths that may be taken by extraterrestrial beings, such as ourselves and others, to begin to initiate you into becoming familiar with our presence in a physical way. One of those ways may be something like this. Ships may appear over your oceans just offshore, so that you know the ship will stay there over the water. You may watch it from shore. It will not move. You will not feel in any way, shape, or form threatened because it is not coming over your heads, over land where you are, but remaining at arm's length out over the water, so that it gives you time to absorb the fact that they are there off the coastlines of different countries around your world. They may be there for quite some time to allow you the opportunity to gather, to travel to those places, to see the ships. We understand that sometimes they may be surrounded by some of your aerial vehicles, such as helicopters and so on and so forth. But that will all just be part of the show. They will remain there to give you time to get used to the idea that we are here, to get used to the idea that this is the beginning of a great change upon your planet, of a great change in your society, to give you time to discuss among yourselves how you will respond to this change. So it may happen that way, but it may also happen in a few other ways. One way may be that you will start to see more orbs of light, which not only can be representative of spirit entities, but also are actually a type of extraterrestrial energy prone. So you may see some of these orbs descend and again remain fixed in a particular position that is non-threatening, giving you time to observe them, to record them, to discuss them, to start to understand that they are there as now something that can become a relatively permanent fixture in your reality, to broaden your understanding of what reality is. Between the ships and the orbs, it may give you an opportunity to start really letting in the idea that everything is about to change. Beyond that, one of the most important things to understand is this. Your world will be introduced by different organizations and factions of your governments, will be introduced to extraterrestrials within the next 5. At first, it will probably be most likely Pleiadian, then followed by hybrids. After that, you'll see what you are ready for. The next 5 years is not so far away. There will be certain things that will happen before that, as we have already said, sometime around the end of 2026, the beginning of 2027, there will be things that will happen that will allow you to know, that will start to wake you up, open you up to the idea that things are about to change in a dramatic way on your planet. To give you the opportunity to decide which way you are going to go, which direction you prefer, what kind of a reality you prefer to experience, and what you wish it to contain.
Yeah, and what about him? Interesting, huh?
Ever since these weird drones appeared in our skies, it seemed like there's been more plane crashes every day. Every time I turn on social media, all I see is airplanes falling, airplanes crashing. Is this on purpose? It seemed like they don't want people to fly no more. But what if I told you it's the deeper meaning behind all this? Take this walk with me. About 2 days ago, something happened in New Orleans that's dealing with ISIS. But do you know what ISIS really mean? Isis is the goddess in Egyptian mythology. It's not really a myth, but come on, let's play along. She was known as the goddess of the moon, and the moon real name is Sin, Isis. So now we have a story come out about ISIS. How many people remember the solar eclipse? 2017, 2024, where an X marked out America. You know how you take a test in school, and if you get it right, they give you a check. But if you get it incorrect, they give you an X. They're trying to tell you that America is incorrect. I'm not saying something like this will take place again, but I will not be shocked if something like this take place again. It seems like they don't want us to fly no more. Maybe, just maybe, this was not a movie, but a warning. If you watched this movie when it first came out, please go back and watch it, and everything will start to make sense. What's taking place right now is the Neville ritual to the moon goddess. There was 8 cycles in the moon. 8 cycles. We just left 2024, which is the 8, the hourglass. Our time is up.
You did it. Here we are. Hit that subscribe button. We'll be right back at the beginning again. Happy New Year.